exploded a chicken leg in the microwave, huh? Wow. That's pretty cool. You got video of it? And you know what? It's still a little chilly here in the shed. It's what? 55 degrees, yeah. It's almost the same temperature in the workshop right now as it is outside. It's like 53 degrees outside. It's beautiful. So, I'm debating whether or not to warm up the shed by opening up the windows or by firing up the rocket stove. Watched this last night. What's this? Russian cosmonaut tells NASA will not. Tells what NASA will not. Oh.
He's talking about crop circles. He's talking about what is going on that NASA is not showing us. And this is real footage, folks. It's black and white. It's not all spiffed up with colors. It has no RGB image put to it whatsoever. This is the real deal. This is real outer space footage. Some of those things that I've seen in this footage that he has, I've seen myself.
In those times, as you can see clearly, creating intelligent formation. So you can see we are never alone, and the evidence is all there, and they are keeping this secret, which is not a form of energy which is discharged from the thunderbolts. So this leads to the direction that I was trying to help as many as possible, giving my knowledge to all the people who is open to this. Like I mentioned at the beginning, I just developed a special relationship with every student of mine, and I was trying to help him as much as possible to achieve the same. So, in my from the Sri Yantra, there is a huge ball of light everywhere. Every time when I was actually working on this, for example, this is one group that I worked in Melbourne. As you can see, those balls are everywhere. Please pay attention to this region here. You will see one of those balls of light penetrating. It's completely intelligent, as you can see, and they're following me all the time, and the progression that is made. Which takes us to a logical question: who makes the genuine crop circles and why? To the best of my knowledge, at least few extraterrestrial races are making these genuine crop circles, and they have different approach, but mainly the approach is that to inform us, because our governments are deceiving us. They are not providing us the real situation of the planet, the real situation in the Milky Way galaxy, and especially the real situation, what we really are and what our potential are. So, to the best of my knowledge, as you can see, more than 20,000 crop circles are delivered, and usually the question that comes to me is where they're coming from. They're coming from many dimensions, and they live from many places, even in physical dimension, even in other dimension, but as you can see, they're using this like a portals. As you can see how they're actually penetrating our dimension, influencing with the microwave energy or electromagnetic energy, if you will. Once again. So, like I mentioned, to the best of my knowledge, more than 20,000 diagrams are delivered in the past few decades worldwide. The military is highly interested into these messages that are arriving, and every time there is a bolt of light across the border fields, the military is picking up on the radar. Immediately there is an order for the fighter jets or the helicopters to intercept those bolts of light and to avoid eventual delivery of information, which is very, very vital for humanity.
Very interesting. I was watching a video this morning on the Black Knight satellite. And when it was first discovered and how it was covered up. So anyway, let's see, what am I going to do? Yeah, I guess I'll start the stove. What the hell? Morning Z, how's the finger? Finger is good, critter. Not nearly as painful as everyone thinks. I don't know if you saw my my tweet this morning. I'll put that up in the chat room. Oh, God damn these ads. I guess I can't paste a direct link to the tweets anymore. That sucks. Oh well. Whoops. Closed my chat room. That was a mistake. There we go. Anyway, there's my latest tweet this morning. Now let's get this stove going here. And I cannot see the chat right now, guys. Sorry. Give me a second here. That's the sound I'm looking for. What's going on here? Heidnick logs into chat. Shubis logs into chat. Morning, Shubis. That ought to get it warm enough in here. Let's see, Z back in the lab after yesterday's accident. Lots of wood pellets, gonna be a long day in the lab maybe. Well, I don't know if it's gonna be a long day in the lab. I'm gonna finish putting this disc brake caliper together. For those of you who missed my tweet earlier this morning, condoms, not just for penises anymore. taking a nitrile glove and cutting out the middle finger so that I can slip it over this condom. See how this works. If I can get this through here without injuring myself any further. Oh yeah, look at that. Wow. Check it out. Glove is a defect. Both upstairs and downstairs. What are you guys talking about? Upstairs, downstairs? What does that mean? Yeah, okay, Ivor. Your whole life is a defect. Oh boy. Oh boy. Z, we are logged in here. Yeah, I know. I see you in both places. I have both chat rooms up, Shubis. All right, let's get back to work. Glutton for punishment that I am. Against the wishes of my family. Get contact, what the hell is contact dermatitis? Well, I can't drive my car until this is fixed, for sure, because this is my car. Alright. So, back to the dilemma that I was faced with yesterday. Getting this boot on. I'm going to do this a little differently today. I am going to use the compressed air to extract the piston again, but I'm going to put a block of wood in the way of the piston. Alright, so let's try this again. That was better. That looks pretty good. Now to tuck the back side of the boot. Down into the channel and then try to get that C-clip in there. That's the tricky part. Yeah, unfortunately the biggest C-clamp I have is 3 inches. If I need to compress it. Oh, yeah. I think I may need to MacGyver a tool here. And I got just the thing. Paper clips, not just for paper anymore. Here we go. I need stronger glasses. Put these on. Yeah, that's better. Now I can do what the mechanic who screwed up the first time couldn't do, and get this boot all the way into the channel so that water doesn't get in. Perfect. And now from next trick, I'll get this C-clamp in here, or this clip ring. Yeah, clip ring. That's what it is. Clip ring. Come on, baby. I know you wanna. There we go. Wow, that was relatively painless. Alright, so I'm going to test the piston again. I'll rotate the vise so that you can see this on camera a little better. And the boot looks really good. The boot looks really good. So for now, now for my next trick, let's see if I can get the. Do I need to take the bleeder valve off? Let me think about this for a minute. Yes, I at least need to be able to loosen it because that's how you bleed it. Heidnik says no. Yeah, Heidnik, you need to take it off, or you at least need to be able to loosen it, because that's how you bleed the brakes. I'm sorry, that's the way the valve works. I don't want to do it, but I know I have to. And if I do get it off without too much difficulty, then I will put some anti-seize on the threads for sure. Yeah, Ken, I made that comment before you made yours. Way ahead of you, buddy. And survey says yes. Oh, sweet. It came off. Oh, I am so happy. See, Toyota does something pretty nice. All right, they don't use these cheesy little, really thin-necked brake bleed valves. The neck on this is the same size as the threads, so they have less of a tendency to break than the ones I had on the Altima. Oh, that makes me very happy. That makes me very happy. So I'm done. The caliper has been rebuilt. I'm going to go put it back on the car. Of course, I do have to wait for my stove. Well, let's see, how much more burn time do I have on that stove? I got about 15 more minutes burn time, and it is 66 degrees in the shop right now. So yeah, I'm gonna let the stove finish burning out. What time is it? 11:30. My wife's going to be home in about an hour, and an hour to, I'm sorry, half an hour to an hour. I'd really like to have this all put together before she comes back. See, honey? I'm not an invalid. I use heat just in case. Yeah, if it wouldn't come off, I would it up too. You know, one thing I was really glad to see yesterday when I walked out, I still had my microphone turned on. Did you notice? As soon as the door closed, the microphone muted. So I guess my Faraday cage is working. I was actually quite pleased with that. When I saw that Russ put together, I thought he muted the audio after I said "oh shit," but when I said "oh shit," I was just walking out the door, and that cut off the instant that I walked out the door. So that was good. I was pleased with that. And what do we got for a temperature on the stove? We got 785 degrees already. Not bad. Not bad at all. Gonna be a short show, I guess. Yeah. Well, I'll probably be back later this evening. But yeah, this morning show is probably going to be a short show. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I have my wood pellet consumption rate down so well. I know just about exactly, based on the temperature of the stove and how much wood is in the clear tube that I can see as it travels down. I know just about how much runtime I've got left, and it's nice being able to predict exactly how much wood I need to add to elevate the temperature X number of degrees. One thing I know for sure that I am going to need is I'm going to need to get to the auto parts store to buy some more brake fluid. That's one thing I do need. I will probably flush the lines with fresh brake fluid. Yeah, the stove is pulsing. It's already 68 degrees now in the shop. Of course, it's 53 outside. It didn't take a whole lot to get the temperature up in here. It was warmer outside though than inside when I started. Looks like my modified nitrile glove is starting to tear. You can see the opening that I made there. It's starting to rip now, but that's okay. Kept my hands clean, and for the latecomers, condoms. It's not just for penises anymore. Need wife to help bleed brakes. It should be flushed sometimes. Yeah, it's pretty clear that there was water that had collected inside the cylinder with the piston, because there were pits on the rust pits on the piston. I was able to clean most of them up. And I know that I was not leaking any brake fluid, so I see no reason not to reuse the piston. And I think the reason that the moisture got in was because the last mechanic who rebuilt the calipers did not assemble the boot around the edge completely, and I think moisture got in behind the boot. And of course the rust develops on the rim of the opening for the piston, and that's where it was binding. Stove is up to 813 degrees. And counting. Three cylinders. Actually, it's 4 cylinders. And this is what you call a duplexer. It's an antenna tuning system used for repeaters. This one is fairly large because it has a very high Q factor, and it's also fairly large because it's for VHF, not for UHF. So what that does is it allows you to share a single antenna for a VHF repeater. And the reason you need that is because if you're sharing an antenna, you have both the transmitter and the receiver connected to the same antenna. And without that duplexer in the circuit, what would happen is the transmitter would feed all of its power directly to the input of the receiver, as well as the antenna, and it would burn out the receiver. What this does is it acts as a very sharp notch filter to your tuned transmit and receive frequencies, so that there is a high degree of isolation between the input port and the output port, while still being a pass-through to the antenna. I hope I explained that well. And I'm hanging on to that because I do have intentions of putting up a VHF ham radio repeater. And good morning, Russ. How are you? You'll have to use the DVR feature again this morning to go back and see what's been taking place. Oh, Ken rolls 2. All right, I guess I have to roll the dice here and see if I can beat you guys this morning. Let's see. Roll dice. I win. Alright, so the stove is out of fuel. I'm just going to cap it off. Let it finish burning out. And what did you say? I just started the stream. You're going to have to go back and use the DVR feature to see what I said. So, anywho, let's move the camera back. So there's my ham station. Here's my on the top shelf is my Atwater Kent radio that I'm going to restore, that was given to me by my wife's grandfather. And yeah, well, there's the bench. Once again, there. Okay. How am I feeling? I'm feeling okay. The finger does not really throb anymore this morning. And I got to get out of here. I'll catch you guys later.